Welcome to the Grand Finals of the FnF Victory Road Draft League Season 2 Playoffs. I'm Lionhugs from Florida Flash Ribbons, commentating today. There will be spoilers, so if you haven't watched Battle 1, please do so. This is Battle number 2. So far, Noel has won Match 1 with a 1-0 score, meaning the set score is 1-0. Noel has to win one more match to win the whole set and the league. And StarToad has to win one more match to bring this to Game 3. If that does happen, we will then be moving off to a tiebreaker final match. And before we go ahead and get started, let me just review the Megas and Z Pokemon. So it looks like actually, once again, we have no Mega Pokemon on either side. However, the Z Pokemon that are available on Team Sun and Friendly, that's Noel's side, we have Arcanine with Z Any Privilege, and on Detroit Deinos we have both Salamence with Z Any Privilege and Heatran from Z Attack Privilege. So let's segue into the changes from last battle. On Noel's side, it looks like Noel has swapped out Latias, Togedemaru, and Machamp for Torkoal, Arcanine, and Venusaur. On StarToad's side, we have switches in the form of Pangoro and Magneton being switched out for Heatran and Doublade. And before I get to some quick initial thoughts, I just wanted to go back and reaffirm some context that I think I left out last commentary. So, in the Season 1 of Victory Road Draft League, Noel pretty much went undefeated for the league. However, once it came to the playoffs, StarToad was the only one who actually was able to get a victory on Noel, period. And on top of that, even in this league, I believe there was like a very similar matchup where now that StarToad is coming in from Losers Finals, StarToad has had to have won every single match in Losers Finals to make it all the way back up here to fight Noel once again. So this is a very hyped match. If you didn't watch the first match, I just want to let you know again, please go ahead and watch that video. It's very hype. Not to mention, I'm very excited for this match coming up right here. So let's go back to some initial comments real quick, and then we'll go ahead and begin. Given that Noel has done the most changes to their team, it does seem like we have a slightly, sort of like a mixed hybrid actually of both Sun and Sand. So it looks like Noel is trying to really find the way to edge their way in. I wonder if Torkoal and Arcanine were primarily brought in to counter Magneton, which that substitute could have from the last match could have really messed Noel up. Not to mention Magnetol, which could help take care of Excadrill and Klefki as well. So I wonder if StarToad even actually thought of that as well, just given the presence of Heatran. Probably to find more counters to Noel's Steel types, but then also potentially to benefit from any Sun status. However, still looking at StarToad's teams, I believe it's still primarily hyper offensive, whereas Noel's kind of gone for. I would say that this time it's a little bit more balanced actually. Venusaur can take a few hits as well. Not necessarily a wall, but definitely a pretty good tank that could really benefit from that Sun status. So just a lot of good mix-up strategies involved overall. Anyway, before we go ahead and actually let's just go ahead and begin. Yeah, I'm honestly very excited to see what happens here. Especially StarToad's bringing in of Doublade that can sort of switch back and forth between being like a pretty strong wall and pretty strong attacker. And looks like the match has begun. Hugh the Salamence leads for StarToad, and Warmth the Torkoal leads for Sun and Friendly. Warmth has suffered the Intimidate and has taken a Hydro Pump from Salamence, bringing it down to 45%. Rock Tomb, however, only does about 70% damage, 30% damage to Hugh. However, it does lower the speed by one stage to sort of match up with the lowered attack stage that Warmth is facing right now. Interesting choices for leads. I'm wondering if Noel was trying to maybe do an early setup for either Venusaur or Arcanine. No, instead. Looks like Noel wasn't able to get the advantage they were trying to, so they've switched out to Everlast to set up that Sandstream. Hugh has also gone ahead and used Roost, and brought back up to 94% health. Well, 100% after the chip damage from Sandstorm, though, brings it down to 94%. I'm assuming some calculations are being thought up right now on both sides. Trying to figure out how to get that edge over the other. Looks like Mamoswine comes out while Everlast sets up the Stealth Rock. Everlast takes a super effective Earthquake, however the Shuka Berry lowers some of that damage. Everlast also responds with Superpower, bringing Mamoswine down to 1% health. Noel decides to switch out to Fire Pump, who comfortably takes an Earthquake since it has come in on a balloon. Took some chip damage from Sandstorm, however, I believe Startoad will probably want to switch out Mamoswine to another Pokemon, or it has a priority move to take advantage of it now to pop that balloon. Mamoswine stays in, takes that close combat, so Fire Pup is now lowered defense and special defense, and Sandstorm is down as well. Assuming Startoad has no Clerics, that probably would have also made better sense just to have Mamoswine tank whatever hit that Fire Pup was going to dish out anyway, since Stealth Rock would prevent Mamoswine from coming back in. Out comes Araquanid as well, taking 25% damage from that Stealth Rock. Bug typing not really helping out. And since it is a hybrid water and bug Pokemon, a fire move won't really do too much. Noel realizes this and switches out to Full Bloom the Venusaur. Araquanid, however, sets up Reflect to tank any physical hits from Noel's side. Full Bloom uses a Giga Drain, doesn't seem to do too much, only about 27% damage, whereas Araquanid responds with Leech Life, only doing about 38%. Looks like both Pokemon are trading blows here, however, Araquanid is benefiting far more. Possibly due to, yeah, it does have leftovers. Noel realizes this and switches out the Klefki. Leech Life won't do too much against Keyheart, however, it will pop its balloon. Assuming Keyheart is here to go ahead and set up its spikes and leave. No, instead uses a Reflect. Liquidation only does about 33% damage thanks to that Reflect. Araquanid sets up Reflect as well while it takes two layers of spikes. Liquidation brings Keyheart down to 13%, however Keyheart can go shoot off one last layer of spikes before parting away. And indeed it does. 3 layers of spikes plus Stealth Rock will really do a lot of damage to Startoad's team, especially without any defoggers, unless of course Crobat is holding that. Crobat or potentially Salamence. Or even, I think Heatran can learn it as well. I'll have to double check that. My movesets later. Noel responds with Warmth the Torkoal, heading out that sun. probably to help lower the attack strength of Liquidation. And a Yawn will make Araquanid very drowsy. If it stays out, it will fall asleep. It's a really nice way to build up pressure while the game is still decently even. Araquanid instead goes for the Sticky Web, deciding to fall asleep and take those hits. Reflect has worn off though, so it will start to take a little bit more damage from Rock Tomb. Crobat takes some damage from Stealth Rock, and Noelle has switched out to Fire Pup. Fire Pup's definitely going to benefit from... Ooh, there goes that Defog. However, Sun boosted Flare Blitz does pretty much as a one-hit KO for Crobat. Looks like Klefki was not able to... Well, yeah, Klefki was not able to do too much damage to the Startoad side. And out comes Salamence, easily able to take out any fire attacks, so Noelle switches out to Everlasting Gigalith to set up that Sandstorm. Ooh, Hydro Pump does 57% damage. Out comes Amelie, doing an Iron Head, and oh my goodness, just 3 turns so many Pokemon went down. The score is now 4-3 in Noelle's favor. The good thing also about Defog for Noelle's side was that it got rid of Sticky Web. Amelie now uses Swords Dance while Araquanid is sleeping. This is not looking good for Startoad's side. There goes a Rock Slide. It seems like it misses. Araquanid is still asleep. And the Swords Dance boosted Rock Slide is enough to one-shot Araquanid. The score is now 4-2. Heatran has a Balloon, so it will be immune to ground typing attacks as long as it doesn't take a Steel hit. So Noelle does switch out to Fire Pup instead, who also has a Balloon. It takes a Flash Cannon, which pops the balloon, however... Fire Pup is down to 36% health. If Heatran has Earthquake, I believe it's over. Oh, instead we switch out to Doublade, who takes a Wild Charge. Very good read on Startoad's part. However, that Flare Blitz brings Doublade down to 23% health. Swords Dance, interesting. And Shadow Sneak, there we go, priority move. Is able to one-shot, well I can't say one-shot, but whittle away Fire Pup. The score is now 3-2, still in Noelle's favor. Shadow Sneak does a respectable amount of damage to Amelie, but it's not enough. Amelie's down to 90% damage after the Life Orb drain. The score is now 3-1. Heatran, it's all up to you. Ooh, wow. Earth Power is able to go ahead and wipe away Torkoal. The score is now 2-1. Full Bloom uses a Giga Drain. It's not very effective. However, Heatran counters with a super effective Flamethrower. Looks like this is not looking good for Noelle's side. What a turnaround. Oh my goodness. Earthquake is a one-hit KO from Amelie. The match is over. And wow, this is a 1-0 victory for Noelle. However, this also means that Noelle has won the league. This is a 2-0 score for the entire set. That's it for the grand finals. Congratulations to both players, obviously, for getting it this far. However, especially for just an incredibly nice capstone to this entire league. Like all these weeks, basically all this months of work, culminating to such an explosive final match. And very close too, especially. This is a 1-0 victory for Noelle for this particular match, but look at Amelie. She was completely in the red. That was just a very, very close match. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Wow, that was amazing. I'm very impressed. That was a lot. There were a lot of good plays on both sides as well. I'm just, I'm very happy the way this match has gone ahead and finished up. Sorry. Thank you again for tuning in with us this entire time. It's been a pleasure commentating this league, rather this season of this league and bits of last season as well. I'm very pleased to see all these different strategies and just how much like all these different players have gone ahead and prepared for all their matches. Just want to say big congratulations to everybody else who has participated, myself included. And yeah, I'm sure there's more to come for the future, so stay tuned for perhaps next season. No plans on any announcements yet, but please tune in for more. Once again, I am Lion Hugs, and thank you all for tuning in with me. Bye-bye.